Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. Hope everyone's doing well. Coming into lunchtime here, and I just had a look at what the latest news was in the world of boxing. And I came across Dave Allen being interviewed. A couple of interesting little things he said, and some things which were explains a lot, I suppose. And it also shows where, seriously he would like to go, and then, fantasy fights world where he would like to go. He was actually being interviewed. He was accompanied by a young welterweight that he manages and trains. I'm not sure if he manages, certainly works with. Joe Hayden, 25 years old, 18-0, welterweight. Virtually everything he's won on points. I saw he had like a 5%. I think he TKO'd one person. So, but young fellow, starting off in his career. So we wish him well, and certainly going to benefit from working with Dave Allen, who knows both a lot of technical stuff. But a lot about the business of boxing, the world of boxing, and I think that's probably very good for a young fighter to have someone like Dave Allen handy, who can sort of steer you right. And I suppose it would be true to say that about Fabio Wardley and Dillian Whyte. I'm sure that Dillian Whyte was able to pass along to Fabio, the kind of stuff you can't learn in a book. Like when you're working, and your job description, how to do it according to the manual, kind of thing. But then there's somebody who can mentor you and show you really how it's done, kind of thing. And I think that's important in boxing. Anyhow, I kind of digress here. But since we've ended up with Wardley, Dave Allen said that Wardley, this is in response to the interviewer. I can't remember who the interviewer was. Nobody, I don't think I'd seen that person before. Anyhow, I don't remember. The interviewer asked Dave Allen, who would you like to fight? This person, that person, whatever. And lands on Wardley. And he said, Wardley's a bit of a beast. Those are his exact words. And he said, what makes Wardley so dangerous, these are my words, is his unpredictability. Because he hasn't mastered the fundamentals that you would normally master in an extensive amateur career, for example. He is... he said... Dave Allen said he's hard to read, and I'm thinking there's a certain sort of unpredictability to the angle of a shot, because somebody is not doing something in accordance with how everybody does it. It's just a case of you being better. This person does something unexpected, right? So that was interesting. When asked about Jake Paul and KSI, Dave Allen said he would do them both on the same night. I'm quite certain he would. When he was asked, would you like to fight AJ or Fury, one or the other, he said AJ. He said he sparred with AJ many, many moons ago. Excuse me, please. Many moons ago. And he always thought it'd be awesome if one day he and AJ could spar for the world title. He said he always knew that AJ was going to be world champion. It's interesting. So that's sort of undermines the argument that AJ was all hype all the time. If Dave Allen was sparring with him all those years ago and could see something in him, it's interesting. Anyhow, he said he would rather fight AJ than Fury because of that sort of memory from years ago. Though he made it very clear he didn't think it would ever happen. Like this is like Will I ever play golf with Phil Mickelson? It would be nice to, but chances are it'll never ever happen. He said a more serious goal and this is not in chronological order, so it's, he said a more serious goal would be actually to fight Deontay Wilder. Now, we've been talking about the possibility before, but he's now essentially called out Deontay Wilder. He said that he thinks Deontay Wilder has slipped to the point where he could beat him. He's slipped to such a level that even I could beat him, kind of thing. He also said, in quite seriously, he'd like to fight Derek Chisora, but he recognises Chisora's only got one fight left, and Chisora would have eyes on somebody sort of more famous, right? He didn't say that; those are my words, but you got the idea that Derek Chisora is going to have his eyes on somebody with more name, more profile, right? When he was asked about how many fights he had left in him, Dave Allen said, right now, I could fight another 100 times. But if you asked me this morning when I was getting out of bed, it's like, So basically, he's saying he doesn't have that many fights left in him. He did, however, say that Alan Fisher 3, was going to happen. He said that he knew he was going to KO Fisher. He had said after the first fight, look, don't put him in with me again. I'm going to knock him out. Let him go and fight other people. I'll go and fight other people. We'll meet up in another couple of years, and then we'll have a fight then. But if you put him back in with me straight away, I'm going to knock him out. Well, bingo, bango, bongo. Dave Allen does exactly as he said he would, right? And it explains a little bit, having such confidence that I know I can crack this nut might explain why he was out of shape, especially when he was talking about his diet. And he said one of the things he likes to do is to take bread, ordinary white bread, and dip it in melted ice cream and eat that. I'm sure it'd be very sweet. I'm sure it'd be very nice. But I have a very sweet tooth. I mean, I could see me doing that maybe, but anyhow, the point is, professional athlete doing that, that explains why he had a bit of a belly. And it explains why I haven't posted a video this past weekend talking about the road to 195, because I'm firmly stuck. Though I haven't yet resorted to bread into melted ice cream. Anyhow, on that sweet note, we should leave it. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Thanks to all of you who have done. Thanks to all of you who make comments. And I will see you on the next video. Wherever you are in the world, have a fabulous day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.